nothing to scoff at.
Absolutely nothing to scoff at. Let's take a look at the maps. What are we going to be seeing in this series? The maps of choice, of course, are going to be Sis Horizon, Fortune State. No, it's going to be Sis Horizon, Monaco, and Bernal to finish it off here. A little bit of an error on that front. But hey, we're starting with Sis Horizon and Monaco. We've been seeing these today all day. We'll be looking at Fire versus Nightmare. And now the question for Fire is, are we changing things up? Are we locking it in? I'm looking at my screen, and I'm thinking that nobody is ready for what is about to come on the other side of their screen as the Fire Strays, well, they are locking in. Wait a second. Both of these teams, no, just the Fire Strays, they're locking in medium, heavy, heavy. It's going to be T-Bills on medium, Slothy and Variant on the double heavy. That is a black screen I'm seeing as well. There we go. Back in on it. Double heavy, Young.
Yeah, double heavy, no DMAC, by the way, for either of these teams. Yeah, double heavy medium for the Fire Strays. Not sure how this is going to pan out. Double winch. Are they trying to get the little ping pong back and forth with this? I'm not sure, but the fight breaking out. A lot of damage. Just kind of getting shot into Sloggy there, but Gremlin will take down Varian. T-Mills takes down Gremlin. It's all up to T-Mills, though. You don't take down Ladani. It's not Uni versus Dim. It's going to be Uni. Comes out on top of that one. Sorry, I was trying to collect my words of like, okay, double winch. How is this going to play out? Apparently not great for the opener there. Uni, one of the last remaining ARN players, pretty much in the game is what it feels like. The ARN was so hot for so long that everyone started realizing, man, this thing does no damage up close, and really just started swapping out for FYR. We're seeing M11 a lot nowadays. Maybe DB if you're that much of a degenerate. Who knows? But first fight, not quite going the way of Fire, sorry, going all the way of Nightmare. Let's see how fight number 2 begins.
Absolutely. This is definitely looking very good for Gremlin. You can get coaching from him if you'd like. !coach in chat. Young and I would know a thing or two about good coaches, and it looks like Gremlin definitely has something up his sleeve here. Now, we're going to see Fire Strays go from underneath, as Jerry once called it on this map, trench warfare on campus. Now, we will see as the shots come flying in that, well, that double heavy might serve Fire very well if they can get these fights in advantageous position, but looking like Nightmare's going to make that very difficult. They're kiting right now to make sure that this fight is going to take as long as possible to set up. But off the top, it's going to be Grem that goes down first. A little bit of heal ball action there for Fire. And now Nightmare, well, they do end up getting the res as Lasagna and Uni, they are looking to figure out where this next engagement can come from. But the kiting is going well.
It was a good start there by Varian to take down Grem. Grem getting cut out again. Where are you going to run with so many witches? Good shots there again onto Laz. This steal should be coming out real quick here on the side of Fire. Only as much that Nightmare can do. Uni going to go and try and get some shots in potentially from the Castbox there. Outside, we got to watch for the winch though. We got 2 of them to play around on this time. Not quite going to get anything out of that one, but Fire Strays, good retake there. They will take the first box on Sis here. I don't think Nightmare has much else they can do. A lot of damage, though. Coming back out. Here comes the flank from T-Mills. Again, no pike, no problem. Famas comes right on out. Heal beam will get Slotty back to the full, but Uni's on the back as well, trying to get a little bit of damage. See if he can recoup anything there, though. One shot takes down Uni. He says, no, thank you. Varian will take down Uni, though, to trade. What is happening right now is all up to Grem. That DMAT, or the defense comes out eventually. Gremlin should be able to clean this one up pretty quick. One more shot will do it. He does take down Slothy. A lot of stuff there. Already a lot going on. I'm stumbling over my words. The double heavy, though, to Fire's credit, it did something.
Yeah, there's a lot of survivability, right? I mean, especially when you're looking at the at having that heal ball, right? That is something that that Nightmare doesn't have going for them, right? They're playing in that traditional RPG C4 dome, whereas over to the side of the Fire Strays, having the option to run a little bit of extra damage with 2 RPGs and get it healed back up with a heal beam and heal ball works well. I mean, we're going to see now them use that double healing going on, get the dome going in. Uni goes out first. seen Slothy just dive right in, and he's in there like swimwear. Unfortunately, though, for him, the bullets are flying back a little bit faster. So when he comes back up, he goes right back down as well. We're going to be seeing Lasagna and Gremlin get cleaned up here. Varian hitting every single headshot on that BFR. And a beautiful fight here for the Fire Strays.
The more I'm watching this double heavy, the more I'm like, maybe this could be something. I don't know if it's the thing, but it is entertaining to watch.
It really is.
I'll give it that. Look, is it meta defining? I'm not so sure. I think, you know, there's things maybe per map. But they are made to work. I mean, the double winch, you have the SA and the BFR, so the best of both worlds. And up close especially, right? If you hit one shot point blank with both these weapons, basically you're going to kill at least a medium or light, you know, almost a heavy. But here comes Nightmare on the gateway.
See what they're going to be able to pull off here. Looking like Nightmare wants to get this entry just right, but in doing so, Fire Strays, they've had a lot of time to figure out where they want to take this engagement from, but it is Nightmare. Gets that opener early on. Grem hitting all those shots. Now only Varian. Varian, of course, going to have to try and pull out a res here if he even can. Looks like the trophy is not going to be found. Nightmare is going to take this opportunity to get this, get the steal going, get the flip, and with 10 more seconds to go on the coins, Varian has to stay alive here, young.
Just going to play the reset, just going to wait. Don't think they're going to hear him. Big fella just crouching, you know, walking around, waiting for his team to coin back up. Got about another push on this, potentially, you know, 50 seconds remaining, give or take. Gonna have to be interesting to see how they retake this. Nightmare got the high ground. Just gonna chill, just gonna wait. I think I don't know if they have gateway put up somewhere to reposition, whatever their strat is here. It looks like they did get the LT to open the fight, not quite gonna connect. H+ comes out, Uni trying to keep Gremlin alive. Not gonna be enough. They Varian Slothy combo. The double winch gonna go ahead and take him down. That's the res also coming out from Laz. The steal also being attempted here. Are they going to be able to stop him? The hill beam, not going to be enough. They do have to jump off that. Uni goes ahead and beams Slothy. That's going to be the box in favor of Nightmare. Going down to final box here, Artie.
Going on to box 3. Couldn't be any other way when it comes down to having 2 signed orgs in the running. And honestly, that's what you want. You want a good, balanced breakfast of just beautiful finals action out here today. I mean, hey, it's Thursday. There's still a little bit of time left to get used to Season 8. We've only had it for a day and a half, so day and change. And honestly, these teams are learning to adapt to it. Sometimes they're adapting well. Sometimes they're not really adapting well, but the other team is adapting less well. And I'm just loving watching this play out in front of our eyes, right? Where everything is new at any given moment. But for now, for Nightmare and Fire, this is starting to look a little bit more confident from both sides.
Just look at the health bar system. Man, Fire Strays getting away with murder. Somehow none of them went down. Tino's and Varian hanging on for life. I think it was only saw them at the bottom of the steps there. Probably called it out. But again, this fight here might not matter all too much. Box is unplugged. I think Fire Strays getting off a lot of value with this comp. Again, I'm not totally sold. The winch comes out. Ooh, Slothy a little bit split, but he's doing good damage. Can he get the finish onto Grem? No, he cannot. Big bump, a big bubble. I almost said foam shield. Bubble dome shield comes out. Another big RPG onto Varian. The health bar is getting a little bit low there. The full drop not coming from Nightmare. Lasagna with the shots. T-Mills with the return. It's trading back and forth. The winch onto Grem, and T-Mills takes down another one. It's all to Lasagna. He does get the res on to Uni, and he takes down Varian. In the meantime, Slothy going in a bit deep there, but look at the health bars. Uni gonna go ahead and heal up Lasagna. In the meantime, Uni's gonna go ahead and regen up in just a bit, but Lasagna also back to full pretty much. Beams coming back out. It's down to Slothy at 1 bar. Can Lasagna get in from the back and flank? He does get the res on the Grem. T-Mills also getting Lasagna. It is just trading back and forth. 2v2 right now. T-Mills takes down Grem. It's Uni versus T-Mills 1v1. My goodness, the trades back and forth. Uni gets the drop to T-Mills. Can he get those Tomas shots? He can! Uni gets dropped. It's T-Mills with the win. Literal like 1 HP. My God.
What a fight. Just straight up aggression, straight up micro from every single player there. Again, it's not as explosive as we're used to seeing, right? I mean, Season 7 fights are just one and done. It feels like the RPG opener. Everyone else drops in. H-Plus and Fuser's done. Boom. But now, these fights are a lot more dynamic, especially add in Fire Strays having the double heavy, but it was the medium that clutched it up. I mean, this is, what more could you ask for? We're looking now to see Nightmare make their entry. Now, of course, the cash is in play. They try to go in really early with that TP, but for now, that gateway just gives away the direction they're coming from. Fire Strays are going to know exactly where they need to look, but Nightmare's trying to play this as safe as possible. They have one player over to the sideline, which is going to be Laws, just looking for, hey, maybe making some noise, drawing some heat off their backs. But for now, Nightmare, they're going for the split approach. They are going to be double committing to it, knowing that, hey, there's no DMAT that's going to change up anything around here. And here we go. Laz pushes up, shoots T-Mills in the back, having this nice off angle. Has worked out quite well for them. T-Mills goes down, but Grem goes down as well. Varian has a perfect opportunity to get this res on their beloved medium. Here we go, Lasagna. First to go down on the side of Nightmare. Grem and Uni both fighting for their lives, and unfortunately, losing battles. Fire Strays, they're in control. We only got one team fight left in this, John Young.
One team fight in this, John, indeed. It's I wouldn't say it's crazy, but the more I'm watching double heavy stuff, again, it's probably map dependent. Probably not running this on Monaco, on, you know, Bernal maybe, who knows? Like the more open maps in this game, Skyway, for example. But in these close quarter maps, they're really getting away with a lot, right? That BFR does so much damage for body shot or for headshot, right? You're doing, you know, 98 to the body regardless of who you're shooting. So that is, you know, you one tap the light scrimmage out of the fight. But the final fight here, are they going to be able to do anything good? Position here from Fire Chase is trying to keep them alive. The steal does come out. Can they go ahead and stop the glitch? The winch are available. Is Grumman to be able to get this? He does!
Oh, he flipped it!
There's no way you can't let that happen. Oh my gosh. Insane glitch coming out, by the way, from Uni. He stopped the winches. Both winches down. Glitch just took him out of the fight. Insane retake.
I mean, the whole reason the Fire Strays was holed up on the left side of that room is because they have 2 inches that they can use to stop it. And who would win? Chain? 2 chains? Or 1 electric boy? And
What?
somehow the glitch that stopped it all. Absolutely incredible push there from Nightmare after a very uphill battle in the last half of that game. I'm at a loss for how that flip just happened.
Kills even for both teams, by the way. It was a brutal one.
Wow.
It was a bloodbath. That was wild. Listen, again, not fully sold on this double heavy medium thing that we got going on, but I think it does show promise. I think for that, but this also makes me think, why don't we just take DMAT or something else back in? I understand the healing beam for some of those fights, but this also begs the question. I know DMAT's down to 2 charges. You know, healing beam did get buffed. Is it that much of a change to have to take DMAT fully out? I think reasons like that is why you still run DMAT potentially. But yeah, I think just a bit of a blunder on the side of Fire Strays. Got a little too cute with it. Someone could have just played off angle. We RPG the back of that room. We one shit back out. A couple things he could have done, but who knows? Nightmare up 1-0 already going into map 2.
You know, Young, there was a brief moment there where I thought that you were going to say that this is why you bring the turret out. I was so ready for you to say, like, oh, you know, the D-man, oh, you know, the heal beam. I was just waiting. He's going to say turret. But, I mean, I got to say, for all intents and purposes, I understand double heavy medium, right? You have to have the jump pad. You have to have the defibs. I'm thinking, right? You keep Varian on the light, put T-Mills up on the heavy, and you get an HHL. I feel like in Season 7, HHL hit it a little bit harder.
There was not HHL, but HLL. Right? I remember when Season 7 started, it was like, oh my god, double heal gun's gonna be the thing. Never really came to fruition. But the other thing I was thinking about too is that these guys already qualified top 8, so they still got a little bit of room to kind of, I wouldn't say mess around, but I guess experiment to see what's sticking. And Uni on the LH1, man, is an absolute menace with this gun. I'm sure some of you have already seen the clips from him. I don't know how you shoot that thing so accurate. I can't do that. When do I get to do that? Never, apparently. But yeah, we have the double heavy on Monaco. Not my gut reaction for what you would probably want to be running on this. But hey, we'll have to see if they can make it work.
Crane already going down, but luckily Holto definitely has insurance for it. Now be looking to see as Fire strays. They're making their moves over to the side. We have seen, of course, BFR plus heal ball come through earlier today on this map as well. No surprise to see it come out again here. Fire strays and Nightmare both trying to just see who gets these opening pot shots better. And with Nightmare, I think that a lot of their initial approach was like, hey, Uni, once he gets on that crane, we could start moving in a certain direction. But now that crane's gone, I mean, we're seeing a bit of an ego battle here. Nobody's even looking at the vault right now. There we go. Finally, after 2 minutes, we get the plug going in. And we'll see that Nightmare, even though they have this opener looking good for them, everybody on both teams is split, Young.
I was gonna call out. Look at how far away Uni is. He's in Guadalajara, just waiting for his team to show up, and you know, Fire is just kind of chilling. Grem gonna make the run over. Good shots there. Uni, you know, a little bit of damage, not too much. But okay, Grem finally regrouping. Lasagna is still a little bit far back. I don't know if Fire's aware that Lasagna is still back there. This could actually turn in Nightmare's favor very quick. Okay, Slothy takes some shots on the Lasagna. Now they know, but here comes Fire, the heavy duo. Almost, actually, sorry. The medium-heavy duo. So many health bars. It's a lot of big health bars out there. Hard to tell. Varian makes his way into the building. He's going to go ahead and try and get the first tap here. Lasagna on the D-mat again. So, heads up there. Peeking. Can he get the one? She does not get the win. Uni getting away with his life pretty much there. He should have won down, but it is what it is. I would wager, do we want to see them just go for the steal here again? Lasagna is split from his team. They don't have the D-mat on there just yet. Again, they got to commit a cooldown here if they want to try and take this. I think they could have stuck that. Honestly, I think they could have stuck that, brought the team over. That would give Slothy some room to rotate in, but they're going to go ahead and drop off. Here comes the steal back out once again. T-Mills, just kidding, jump back off the steal.
Just kidding.
Slothy kills himself doing RPG, but T-Mills gets the trade on to Uni. It's now 3v1 in favor of Fire. Gremlin go ahead and go down as well. The T-Mills. Okay, here's the stick. Finally, okay, we're back to true neutral here. Just in time for the box. That box one going to Fire strays. Artie, I don't know what's going on. There's just a lot happening. I don't know.
I mean, this is, as far as I'm concerned, right? We all know what Pro League macro looks like. And I don't know if this is just the quirks of these teams, the quirks of Fire trying out the double heavy. None of what we are seeing is like precedented from at least like the last 3 months of Pro League play. Every single game today has kept us on our feet. And chat, I don't want to like say this because it's just like, oh, like I'm making this like funny because whatever. I know how Young casts. Young knows how I cast. Both of us have no idea why these fights are looking like this. And it is amazing because that means that this game is changing in ways that makes every single team have to do a little bit more work.
Yeah, everyone's got to adapt. Everyone's going to try a couple things. I do think that last box, man, I don't know why Lasagna, especially that late, was holding so far. I guess he couldn't make it over to the roof or something, but they saw D-mat. They could have dropped the box down. They could have dropped into a winch like with D-mat. I'm not really sure why there's no sense of urgency to try and either drop or try and reposition for the box. Again, don't know, but good shots now on the Slothy there. Will pop the bubble. T-Mills getting aggressive, though, all alone. No winch. He's just going to get onto the roof for free. That's actually wild stuff. Gremlin does have to reload. Maybe that's actually the reason there. Still has to reload. There we go. Finally gonna have the chance here, but the chase comes up from Fire. They're aware that Gremlin's on low HP, running the mesh, no winch, so they can just push us for free. Try and get the mesh, or sorry, the winch. There's a lot of words in this game. On the Grem. T-Mills in the background takes out Lasagna. This is just going Fire's way on this map.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's just...
Oh, sorry, Uni right there. Oh, the hold on was not to you. There's just Uni going crazy here. Dex down two. He's gonna get the third one. Nope, Brain says no. There we go. There's the wipe.
There it is. Not going Fire's way in the end. But what a setup there. I mean, this is crazy stuff to watch. It is nightmare and daymare from what we've seen before. I thought that was going better in my head. This is night and day we've been seeing in Season 7. And, well, for Fire, at the very least, they're finally hitting some resistance to this playstyle. And for Nightmare, this is looking really good. This is looking solid for what they need to do to make this Monaco situation work well. But for Fire, all they got to do is, well, they got to stay in this. They need to win one more cash out. We're going to map 3. Again, this is just going to be for seeding. So as far as anyone is concerned, this is just going to be them testing their limits. And as we start limit testing, we see where things are working, where things are not working. And for Fire, they're realizing that not having a light means that they have to be very careful. They really only get one chance to position themselves correctly in these fights. And in the forest, that is going to really come out once we start to see these teams get early damage. But here we go, Nightmare gonna be losing one off the rip. He goes down. Possibly are going to be seeing the res come through, but as Lasagna tries to make his way over, he's gonna get stopped in his tracks. But nobody's gonna be able to get that seal through anyway. Nightmare, they hold it down to the very bitter end. We're going to cash out 3, Young.
I think with this double heavy comp, honestly, I think someone could run barricades just for that reason of, okay, we get both heavies on point. We're going to fortify it like heavy on barricades or goo or one or the other on both heavies. I think really playing to the strength of like, we're just going to make this impenetrable area on the point, I think could be something that these teams could look at. Because I think until then, right, if they just blocked off the goo steal or the goo stall, sorry, I think they have that. So I think there's a few things they could tweak here and there. I think a lot of the times the heavies are just running in and hoping for the best, right? I don't think there's a lot of stall prevention or anything going on right now. So there are, again, some things to look at. But it is doing more than what I thought they would. We see Lasagna on the repeater too, something we haven't seen him run at all until now, to be honest. So yeah, a lot of changes. Again, teams probably just filling each other up. As Slothy taken down to 1 bar. Just sitting, waiting to see if he can get healed up. Not quite gonna happen. Very Slothy does get taken out by Grem. Finally, that BFR putting in a little bit of work there. Timos versus Grem. Timos will grab the trophy. Oh, he's getting taken down very low there. One more shot, take him down. Gremlin, quick melee to take him out the fight there. Just up to Varian, but again, box ain't even plugged, so what does it really matter?
So it doesn't even matter. That's been happening a lot, where these fights are happening pre-plug, or these fights are even happening pre-tap. And I like to see that teams are getting ahead of themselves in order to get these extra fights and make sure that, hey, if we don't know how good macro looks yet outside of the cash outs for Season 8, we're just gonna take a good team fight. And by God, these are not good team fights, but they're fun to watch.
Hey, so, good to some people. You know, I think it's good in some ways. Entertainment, yeah, that's good. I almost said strategery. That's not a word. The strategic factor to it, maybe not so good. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not so good.
Sometimes maybe not so good.
So next fight, potentially coming out here, very just posturing on the box. You see Grem holding, maybe gonna go for the drop once here in just a second. Varian jumping back off the box here. Look at the positions though. Lasagna just kind of sitting also nowhere, no man's land in the bottom of the building. He's gonna back on the roof. Uni with LH1 is sitting out. I think with a double heavy, right? We move this box somewhere else. We got the winches for it. The wall, he's trying to move it elsewhere that's good for us. Again, I don't know if these guys are just wanting to play it where it lands, but use one once you got another one, even if they try and push you.
Oh, there it is. They're going to be a double wishing it into the building, but from above. There's Lasagna, again, on the 1 D-mat remaining. Those 2 D-mats gets you caught up every now and again. Once again, pad up to the roof. Really good kiting from Nightmare. Just making sure that even though those winches are hitting from Fire, I mean, hey, in this courtyard, you can't really pull it into the building no matter what. So Nightmare knows he's playing around it. That's 1 pick down for each team. The T-Mills, oh, he's going to go down as well after he gets the res, gets the fibs. But once again, Fire, they still have to get the steal. It's all down to this. If Nightmare can hold on to it, we're not getting a map 3. Get that mesh shield coming out from Grem there. Nobody able to commit to that stick, even through that dome. Dome is going to hit. It's going to get glitched out immediately, and that's Nightmare coming in first place. 2-0 on the maps. No, it didn't really feel like it. It was a phenomenal performance from both these teams. And that's going to be Nightmare having a solid setup going into Saturday's Worlds Global Tournament. Some good seeding.
I'm still a DMAT believer. I think especially after watching that, my mind is still saying DMAT. I think the double heavy was fun to watch. When you're stuck in that situation too, we're like, okay, we have the box in the open, we got double winch, we can move this thing kind of wherever you want, and it wasn't happening. Maybe it's just a problem with the call. Maybe the call wasn't there. Who knows what it is? It could be a million things.